This one, Tayfern. Come, Harrier. Give me your measure. Tayfern told me about you, Harrier. You wanted to talk? Well, here I am. What will it be? A battle? I haven't turned anyone into a goat recently, but I'm willing to try if you so much as raise your weapon. Why does everyone insist on calling us that? Tayfern, remind me to come up with a better name when time permits. As for later, well, I guide this gathering of rich folk if that's what you're asking. But what about you? Why are you here? Of course she is. She's a vampire, after all. We tried to slay her twice without much luck. Quick as a spooked hare, that one, and twice as cautious. We'll have her fangs soon enough, though. You can read? What else does that sheet of paper say? The leader? Now that's a worthy bit of news. Go to the barrow, Harrier. Listen in on their meeting. Find out what Belaine and her master are up to, and I'll hear you out. The spirits will see you safely to Valthum, Harrier. After that, I suggest stealth and a strong blade. Overthrow Markarth? What in Namira's name would I do with all that dead stone? No, my purpose is clear. I need to help our people by shaking Kadok out of his dream. If that doesn't work, I'll split his skull and let it spill out on its own. Kadok's dream of being king. Oh, he has a true heart. In better times, he's a fine leader. But we face a lean season. We're hungry. But instead of filling the larder, he dreams of a golden crown. His foolish pride has brought this upon our people. Not yet. Not until all the beasts of the woods howl his name. And every day he heeds Belaine is another day he proves me right. The Grey Host has dark plans for Markarth. Kadok's stubbornness will get everyone in that city killed. I am, and a fine one at that. What, never met a witch before, Harrier? I'm sure. We're not all like the blood-sucking Belaine, or my misguided sisters from Icereach, though. Some of us aren't over-enthusiastic malcontents with a penchant for violence and destruction. Not all the time, anyway. Daedra? Oh, the spirits. Heard them called that. The world is full of whispers, for those with the patience to hear. Most them bloods are just too busy begging pardons from dead gods to pay attention. Pity. Daedra, spirits, crows, it's all the same. Where you see evil gods, we see teachers. Cruel ones, for certain. But that's the world, right? A stone will kill you if it strikes your head, but lifting the same stone makes us strong. What's to tell? I'm a proud woman of the Reach, a daughter of wind, sweat, and the rich soil. As for my brothers and sisters, they're good Reach folk, every last one of them. They mind the spirits and love the land. The real question is, who are you? A fine name, I suppose, for an outsider. But what's in your heart? Most them bloods come to the Reach wheezing under the weight of their purses and writ laws. You, though, I smell the blood of the Reach in you. Not much, but maybe it's enough. Aye, free blood. That's what the Reach is. Freedom. In the Reach, we do as we please. Only way to stop us is to kill us. And we don't die easy. Same goes for you, I'd say. Aye, that one I know. Very well, Verandis. I'll speak to them. I see Verandis' word is good. He said I could treat with you, and here you are. The Count tells me that Lady Belaine and the Grey Host leader, Rada El Saran, seek some powerful relic. The Arcthazand Keystone. Is that correct? Let me see your map. Yes, I know that name, but dwarven mischief riddles the bones of the Reach. It could be anywhere. My mother called this place the Hissing Maze. Said it's full of mechanical monsters that guard a trove of silver. 3 marks. 3 places to search. All right. I'll help you in Verandis, but not before the spirits bless our alliance. I want you to undertake a ritual. If the spirits favor you, we'll face the Grey Host together. Positive thoughts, Harrier. Positive thoughts. Participate in the ritual. Then we will see what we will see. Without the blessings of the spirits, 'twould be unseemly for this alliance to go forward. The ritual begins with the preparation. Gather a briar heart seed, a hag raven's eye, and a handful of bright river shale. Check to the east, west, and south. Whenever different clans come together in a common purpose, we seek the blessings of the spirits to confirm we're doing the right thing. We will ask the hunter to bind our hearts. If he sees strength in you, we will clasp arms and band together. Need a map for that too, do ya? Like I said, the ritual begins with the preparation. We need 3 things: a briar heart seed, some bright river shale, and a hag raven's eye. They grow in the hills to the south. Just remember your gloves. The briar's thorns are sharper than Dagon's razor. Check north and west, along the riverbank. Spirits prowl the area, so proceed with caution. Fairies and spriggans and such. I'd put them to sleep for ya, but that would be cheating. In a hag raven's head, of course. Or from a jar. They remove their own eyes to use in rituals, too. There's a coven to the east of here. Nothing but a flock of toad-licking root hoarders, stealing all the best herbs. Namira take the lot of them. You want to know about old Elkai, the wolf charmer, the lord of the hunt? You probably know him as Hirsine. We can call on your gods too if you prefer. Care to wager who answers first? We'll hear from one of Hirsine's pups, at least. Or get a hint from a fox spirit or a bloody stag. You're not refusing the ritual, are you? Did you now? I thought I smelled the wolf on you. Good. Hope you learned a thing or two. We'll need his cunning before long. Good. Nice to see you thin bloods aren't all hair-bladder cowards after all. Well, I don't know you all that well, but when it comes to the knack for calling spirits, I think I've got you beat. And I've still got all my fingers and toes, see? Trust me. Or don't. But either way, do as I ask and gather the ritual components. Many, but not all. We have enclaves throughout these hills, but these aren't my warriors, Harrier. For now, aye. But these warriors take no oaths, swear no fealty. They serve their clan, the rich, and the courage painted on their hearts. No one and nothing else. They'll wander back into the hills to fight their own battles, old and new. These troubles with the Grey Host have torn clans to pieces. Set sons against fathers, chiefs against wise women. It'll take seasons to stitch the rich back together. No, they're not. Let's talk about something else, all right? The Harrier returns, swift as a crow on the wing. I have prepared the ritual fire. Did you bring the components I requested? Well done, Harrier. Now, once we undertake this ritual, we will be bound by blood and spirit. It's a union stronger than stone and more eternal than the stars. Are you ready for such a commitment? Good. So am I. Let's hope the spirits feel the same way. Place the components in the fire and stand back. No matter what you see or hear, stand your ground and think about our alliance. Keep that purpose in your mind. Understand? 2 great packs seek the same full moon. Make them one, bound by common prey. Let Rich and Raven drink of the same dark blood. How your blessing, mighty Hirsine! Send a sign and guide our hunt. Look, Hirsine paints our quarry in smoke and stars. Our pact has been blessed, Harrier. The ritual was a success. Our union has been blessed by Hirsine himself. I'm not certain what the spirits showed us, but I'll figure it out eventually. I always do. Are you ready to search for the keystone now, Harrier? I think I know where to begin. Aye, Harrier. We're bound together now. And how else will you find anything in those forsaken depths? I think the skytail we saw in the fire, the snake, will point the way. Once I figure out how it connects to all this, that is. That's what we call the shapes in the stars. Constellations is your word, I think. Some of my sisters can read the stars the way you read a book. See the future, learn the truth in every twinkle. I don't have the knack. It's fire and bones for me. We made a pact, and Hircine blessed it. He put us on the scent, and I plan to track it to the end. Besides, without someone who knows the Reach, the map's useless. You know what monsters hate? Silver. According to the stories, Betharzel is full of it. So the legends say. A treasure trove of the pure metal. Enough to arm my warriors with weapons to slay every vampire and werewolf that marches with the Grey Host. And your keystone too, with any luck. No, but rich folk don't make a habit of poking around in the deep places of the world. The Hells are dangerous enough. Still, Betharzel's legend tells of silver and other wondrous treasures. Wouldn't surprise me to find your keystone there. We'll find something, that's for certain. In the Reach, treasure can mean all sorts of things. A plump cave bear is a treasure to a hungry clan. But as for silver, you won't find a better metal for killing vampires and werewolves. It means what it means. We're tied to each other now. What happens to one happens to both. Thin-bloods make alliances with ink and parchment. We do it with fire and oath and spirit signs. I think you can guess which practice is stronger. Then they'd better lace their foot coverings tight, because they'll find no pace in the wild. Every wolf, hawk, and red-eyed stag heeds the Hunt King's call. You see, rich alliances have teeth. Your Ravenwatch friends better not forget that. Something to do with stars, I expect. How that might lead us to the entrance to a dwarven ruin, I've no idea. We'll see what we see and sort it along the way. I need to speak to Tayfern before I set out. Go on, Harrier. I'll find you on the trail. We think the dwarves placed these plaques, but no one really knows. See what that one says. That depicts the sky-tail of the headsman. I think your people call it the warrior. An image of the headsman. In many tales, he cuts off the head of a great serpent in defense of lesser star spirits. Curious. Afraid not. Yet it does make me wonder about the sign Hircine showed us in the smoke. Why show us the snake? Let's keep searching. I'm sure we'll find something at one of the other locations. These plaques are as old as these hills, Harrier. Take a look. That's the Witch in the Stars, or the Mage, as you call it. Skytails. The Witch is one of the guardians that protects the lesser stars. I don't know. Not yet. Could have something to do with the Guardians. Maybe. Let's go to another location on the map. Look, Harrier. A plaque. Let's examine it. That's a skytail. We call it the Hunter, but I think you would refer to it as the Thief. I knew it would come to me, eventually. The ritual, the plaques, the map. It finally makes some sense now. You missed it too. What a pair we make. What did Hircine show us? He revealed the snake, which I thought was just a substitute for our prey. But the skytails on the plaques, the witch, the headsman, and the hunter, they're the Rach Guardians. Look at your map. See how the marks form the shape of the snake in the stars? And see how one mark is missing? If I place it here, we see the snake in its entirety. That's where we need to go. As for the Rach Guardian... Storytellers say the dwarves knew the stars better than anyone. Strange passion for people who lived underground, eh? Anyway, let's get to this final location. The snake in the stars is the corruptor, the enemy. If permitted, it would consume the lesser stars without hesitation. Luckily, the guardians, the headsman, the witch, and the hunter, stand strong and defend the lesser stars. The witch shines her light on covens that protect the rich from outsiders and others who mean to do rich folk harm. Her good eye sees through everything, rock, water and flesh, to find the hard truths. And when she speaks, she never lies. He carries an axe, doesn't he? The headsman stands for swift ends and payment in kind. He delivers justice and punishment in equal measure. The hunter is the wiliest of the Sky Tales, clever as an old fox and swift as a young one. She watches the snake in the stars, finding it no matter where it slithers. She teaches us to keep our feet quiet and our keels as silent as the night. Aye, this must be the spot. Just look at all this dwarf craft. The entrance to Batharsel must be around here somewhere. Always a trick with dwarves, though. Look at these pillars. More Sky Tales. Turn those stones in the right order, and I think we'll find our door. That looks right to me. That did something, Harrier. You hear that? That did it! Wait. Something's not right. A darkness. All right. I'm ready when you are. There's something in there. Something more than dwarven tricks and devices. Not sure what it is, but I felt it. I hate places such as this. No bird song, no fragrant breeze, and not a whisper in creek to be heard. Just dead stone and stale air. Let's find the keystone and get out of here. So this is Batharsel, eh? Mind your feet, Harrier. Every bit of metal in here means to do you harm. Never seen dwarfcraft like this. Must have been chiefs who lived here. Chiefs are grand metalworkers. Namira's blood. They cut the heart out of the ground. It's an entire city under the earth, hiding something worse beneath. We're getting close to something, Harrier. Something awful. The tales were true. Silver. I'll send crafters down to carve it out once we deal with the rest of these metal beasts. What say you, Harrier? Ready to give up your civilized ways and join our Reach clan? I can put in a good word for you. I hear something. Wailing and scratching at the walls. There's darkness all around. Damn it! Belain took the keystone, and that metal beast is standing in our way. We can't go after them with that mechanical monstrosity in our way. Come on, Harrier. Hircine will guide our strikes. Well struck, Harrier! Now let's get out of here. I don't hear any clanking behind us. They think we're clear. Curse that Lady Belain. I thought if we could acquire the keystone, we could finally get the upper hand. I'm tired of snapping at the heels of the Grey Host. I want to go for the throat. There's a fork in the path, and we need to go our separate ways. At least for a while. There's something down here. A darkness. Like leeches in a pond, it takes little bites of my soul. I need to get back to the surface. I need to see the sky, feel the wind on my skin. I'll rally the warriors and start preparing for the fight to come. Protect your heart, Harrier. This darkness will eat at you too, if you let it. Keep an eye on Verandas, Harrier. Rada al-Saran was toying with him. He's got plans for your friend, I think. It's hard to explain. Most witchcraft is. Imagine a boulder. Heavy, solid, huge. Now imagine some grinning bastard lowering it onto your chest. Slowly at first, but it starts to crush you. Little by little, it becomes harder to breathe. Aye. It feels like a wet rag sliding down my throat, choking the life out of me. I'll manage. But you need to stay wary. All of you. Whatever it is, it's like a black pit at the center of a sour fruit, and I don't think it belongs in this world. Dwarf magic is hard to hold. It's so clean, all straight angles, no frayed edges. It's unnatural is what it is. The keystone might open a door. It's eager. It doesn't just want to open. It wants to activate something. I'll send crafters to gather some. We'll fashion it into weapons. Arrow tips, coated blades. We have a few metalworkers in the clans. Use what's on hand to survive, same as always. Silver hurts the Grey Host, so we'll work with silver. I wondered if you were going to return, Harrier. The worms and ghosts wouldn't stop whispering to me. talking about dark doings and stirring evil, but they were deadly silent about you. Did you catch up to Lady Belaine? The Dark Heart, you say? There's a tale as old as the Ridge with an evil heart at its center. Like most Ridge stories, it ends bloody. Belaine might have slipped your net, but we know what she's on about. Thanks to you, this hunt isn't over yet. The story of the Dark Heart. The Ghost Song clan knows it well. My clan. Once. I need to speak with my sister, Nathari. She studied the old secrets. Knows about prophecies, both ill and fair. If anyone can glean the mind of Lady Belaine, it's her. Traditions passed down from our foremothers. Like the story of the prophecy of the Dark Heart. It deals with souls, shadows, endings. I know the core of it, but Nathari understands the nuances. An outsider? Not likely. We need someone to intercede on our behalf. We need Braden. He's a friend, and he holds the respect of the clan. If he vouches for you, Nathari might talk to you. He often visits Roldan Ring to trade news. Meet me there. Braden can speak to the mood of the Ghost Song clan. Tell him what you told me. I'm sure he'll help us get a meeting with my sister. He's a werewolf, mind you, but I've never had a truer friend. Look for him at Roldan Ring. I'll meet you there. Roldan Ring is an ancient site southeast of here. It's neutral ground, a place where all clans of the Ridge can gather to trade and share stories. Braden visits the place a lot. He loves to chatter with other clans. Years ago, we argued about what the Spirit Queen's teachings meant for our clan. Nathari believes that we're meant to return to the old ways, the dark ways, to seek Namira's favor. I believe those days are better left behind us. More like the clan left me. My sister turned them against me. As the days grew darker, the Ghost Song Witch has found it easier to see things her way than mine. Regardless, my people will always be my people. The Spirit Queen often speaks to the witches of my clan, my former clan. Oh, we honor all the spirits of the Reach, but the Spirit Queen herself chose our foremothers to be the keepers of dark and powerful secrets. You know her as Namira, and yes, she is a spirit of death. Your soft priests in their stone houses see her as a fearsome spectre, fools that they are. Rich folk know the Spirit Queen as a guide. She watches over us when we take that final journey. And your friend is a vampire. Werewolves are her scene's chosen. Many of the Reach's greatest champions are skin changers. Braden and the other werewolves are nothing like those Grey Host Ravagers. They're the clan's loyal protectors. Braden! What news of the Ghost Song clan? I knew we'd find Braden here at this time of day. Introduce yourself. Talk to him. He won't help if he doesn't get a sense of you and your purpose. Lost Valley Redoubt. A revelation. I don't know what Nathari is planning, but I don't like the sound of it. We need to see what's going on in Lost Valley. I'll meet you there. Why Lost Valley, Nathari? What are you planning, my sister? This Grey Host scout has been clawed to pieces. Braden's work, I presume. But why are these monsters here in the first place? Braden must have gotten here ahead of us. I'd recognize his handiwork anywhere. It seems that the redoubt is overrun with Grey Host troops. We'll need to get past them to reach the old ritual site. The Nords built their barrow over the caves that were once used by my ancestors. The Spirit Queen led the first Ghost Song matron to a spot deep beneath the redoubt. I think that's where Nathari has taken the clan. They haven't. My mother had the entrance to the barrow concealed when I was a young girl. No one has used it since before I was born. I never expected her to lead the clan down there. Nathari is younger than me, but way too sure of herself. When I was the clan's matron, I tried to mentor her, but she follows her own heart. Witches can be a stubborn lot. I only wish she heard others as well as she thinks she hears the Spirit Queen. Doesn't matter what I think. It's what Nathari believes she hears. What she sees in every sign important. From what Brayden said, she thinks it's time to return to the old ways. Blood sacrifice and dark magic. I wanted nothing to do with that. Nathari wanted to be matron, and the clan. They were ready to choose her over me. I wanted to forge new traditions, but she promised them Namira's blessing if they heeded the old ways. Fear and superstition are powerful motivators. A werewolf killed this vampire, and it wasn't one of those Grey Host mongrels. Brayden would have easily beaten us here, and I know his preferred method for delivering a quick kill. I imagine we might see more of his handiwork inside the redoubt. I don't understand. It's like the Grey Host is guarding this place. It doesn't look like the Grey Host attacked my clan. At least not yet. We need to find them. That's a Grey Host command camp up ahead. Let's see what they're doing here. Grey Host scratchings. I never should have let Nathari push me aside. She was always drawn to darkness, even as a girl. Lady Boleyn must have found her eager to believe the right lies. Does that letter say what Boleyn hopes to gain from my sister's foolishness? The Dark Heart again. According to the prophecy, death awakens the Dark Heart. By the spirits, what evil has Boleyn convinced my sister to perform? We need to find Nathari and stop her before something terrible takes place. A stranger visited the clan when I was young. She asked about the old lore. She wore a smile, but I saw darkness in her eyes. Years later, when I saw her beside the Ard's throne, I recognized her. Lady Boleyn, and she hadn't aged a day. Aye, but my mother spoke in generalities. Lady Boleyn spent a lot of time with my aunt, though. She was one who saw every word of the prophecy as literal truth. In fact, she taught Nathari her lore. No wonder Lady Boleyn sought out my sister. The full telling requires hours. We don't have time for that, so I'll be brief. An ancient darkness sleeps beneath the reach. At the end of days it will awaken, covering the land in shadow and devouring all. Only Namira's faithful will be spared. Some believe the prophecy is symbolic. There's darkness in every mortal heart. That's my view. Others believe the prophecy is meant to be taken literally. That the Dark Heart exists. Death feeds it, and only sacrifice will awaken it to share its power with those that believe. Dark illusions like that. Nathari believes the prophecy speaks a literal truth. Maybe she's right, but it's still wrong. We're going the right way. The entrance is farther up. Keep going. We're almost to the summit. The Barrow entrance is just ahead. The entrance should be here somewhere. Look around. Ah, you found the rock. That's actually the door, but it will only open for a Ghost Song witch. Well, look at that. I've still got it. Now let's enter the Barrow and find my sister. My clan is somewhere beneath this barrow. We must find Nathari before it's too late. Convince her that nothing good can come from trying to fulfill the prophecy. Dark magic, rising all around us. Nathari must have started the ritual. How dare Nathari allow Grey Host soldiers to prowl these halls? Ritual sacrifices. Nathari wants the clan to return to the old ways. These dead are ancient. Clearly not my sister's doing. In the past, Ghost Song witches made blood sacrifices to the Spirit Queen and the Lord of the Hunt in rooms such as this. My foremothers believed that death pleased our gods. Nathari still holds that view. My foremothers believed the Spirit Queen granted them power in exchange for the souls they sent to her realm. A death is the greatest gift a mortal can give, after all. This was where the clan performed ritual sacrifices to appease Namira. Aye, that seems to be where all this is laden. To awaken the Dark Heart, my Coven must sacrifice that which they hold most dear. Many Ghost Song clan members are about to die. That's why Nathari brought them here. We must stop her. Dark days are upon us, Harrier. I fear for my people. I can't believe she actually did it. Nathari sacrificed this ghost song hunter. Death was once a part of my clan's rituals. Long ago, we sacrificed enemies and innocents alike in these halls to receive the Spirit Queen's blessing. But to kill one of our own... We need to find Nathari and the rest of my clan before it's too late. We must stop the ritual. Nathari is leading the Ghost Song clan to destruction. She believes that she's fulfilling Namira's ancient command. Nothing will sway her from her course now. We're beneath the barrow. Rich folk occupied this place long before the Nords came along and built a tomb over it. My ancestors were the first to sink their roots into this land. I feel something here. An emptiness. A darkness farther down. Do you feel it? The pull of dark magic from below. We need to hurry. Nathari, no! What have you done? You sacrificed our own people! Oh, poor Sagan! Damn it. I should never have left. No. I can't allow this. We need to find Brayden and the others. I can't believe that Brayden and all the members of the clan would go along with this willingly. We need to find them. And if any of the ghost songs try to stop us, well, they seem to be willing to die anyway. More's the pity. The old matrons mentioned a ritual cave deep within the barrow. It must be this way. Ghost song hunters loyal to Nathari. Surely some must have opposed her. This is madness! Nathari will bring ruin upon the entire clan! More dead. It seems when they did fight back, they were quickly overwhelmed. Oh, poor Senan. Not you too, old friend. What's that beside him? What do those scratch marks tell you? Not many of my clan learned the scratchings, but Senan could read and write the Imperial language. He spent years in Morikar's Imperial Guard. What did he write down? As we've seen, Nathari has convinced some of the clan to support this mad endeavor. Doing spirits take that woman. She's laughing far from here and safe, while Nathari does exactly what she wants. I remember that from the stories. A cavern where the floor drops into darkness. That's where the first Ghost Song Witch made a bargain with the Spirit Queen. Legend says the pit divides the land of the living from the dead. Let's keep moving. This is horrible. Nathari has convinced herself that she's doing the will of the Spirit Queen, and she persuaded at least some of the clan to go along with this madness. We have to find a way to stop her. Aye, that seems to be the long and short of it. The Dark Heart will beat again, and its power will surge up from the deep places to consume everything. Its darkness will cover the world. The prophecy talks of death and destruction, but it also says that those who embrace it will be spared. There's power in the darkness, especially for those who believe and hold true to its word. Now let's go try to save my clan from this madness. Nathari's power is growing. Every sacrifice strengthens the darkness. My former sisters draw strength from the darkness gathering below. It's changing them. These powers of shadow are like nothing I've ever seen before. And each sacrifice makes them stronger. We need to catch Nathari and end this. Below us, the darkness gathers in that infernal pit. I can feel it. The Dark Heart, it's waking up! Stop Nathari before she feeds my entire clan to the darkness. The darkness. It makes Nathari stronger. I'll try to contain it. Use the portals to escape. We did it, Terrier. Brayden, you're alive. Thank the spirits. This is all that remains of my clan. Oh, Nathari. Your prophecy brought an ending to things, that's for certain. Go. I'll meet you back at Rebel's Retreat. I want to say a last prayer for the dead before I leave. Maybe I can free my sister's soul from the darkness that took her. Give her some modicum of peace. The news that Lady Belaine was invoking the prophecy of the Dark Heart. I never expected it to lead to the decimation of my old clan at the hands of my sister. Still, I can't help feeling that this was a rehearsal for something even more terrible. The prophecy says it takes more than a handful of deaths to awaken the Dark Heart. Oh, Nathari got something to stir, but I think Lady Belaine just used her to test the waters. The darkness responded, though. Thank the spirits you stopped the ritual. Harrier? Over here. I knew I sensed a friendly presence. Thank the spirits for leading you here. I wanted to finish this, but Belaine, she's too strong. And the Grey Host. I tried to return to Markarth, but got turned around. I chased Lady Belaine into the depths, battled her to a standstill, and then she summoned the Grey Host. She fled while I fought them off. To the orrery, I think I heard her tell the Grey Host commander. Listen, I sensed something else down below. A second keystone. Find it, and you'll be able to enter the orrery chamber. Forget me. Get the second keystone. Don't let Belaine draw any more power from the Dark Heart. Don't linger, Harrier. All this death, it fuels the Dark Heart, making it stronger with every passing moment. Find that keystone, and stop Lady Belaine. Hurry! I already feel my strength returning. It's the Dark Heart. Like the ghost song witches of old, I feel its power stirring within me. I hear the whispering of Namira. The Spirit Queen is with me. I won't die in this place. No, not in and of itself. Like all of Namira's gifts, how we use it is where good and evil come in. It's Belaine who is twisting it to this vile purpose. Stop her. Go on. I'll gather my strength and then see where the Spirit Queen wants to lead me. The Spirit Queen led me here, Harrier. I'll help you defeat this abomination. Look how Belaine corrupts Namira's gift. I'll create void portals. Use them to reach those void mothers and destroy them. We can defeat her. The fate of the rich depends on it. Use the void portals to reach the shades, Harrier. Get out of there. The portals will help you reach the void mothers. Move! Use the portal now! Use the portal, Harrier! Sharp work, Harrier. I'll open another portal. Lady Belaine, is she dead? The Spirit Queen, Namira. She required a champion. She gave me the strength to press on, despite my wounds. Now, that strength is gone. She is the spirit of death and decay. Belaine defied natural death, as all vampires do. Using Namira's energy like that, it was an affront. I am happy to have done my part. Verandis needs your help. Go, Harrier. Use this one last portal. Please, help Verandis. I see it now. The Lord of the Grey Host. I can breathe. I'm alive? I'm no illusion. Flesh and blood. Alive as can be. I can't say myself. I remember being here, in this room. I remember the wound. Then nothing but a cold, icy current dragging me under. I drowned for so long. Until a warm hand fished me out. I couldn't see. Everything was just warmth and light. There was a voice, though, guiding me, calling me back. It sounded like Verandis. As I live and breathe, it was Verandis who led me here. I don't understand much of what occurred, but of that I'm certain. That, and I didn't come back alone. There were a great many others drowning in that icy current. I'm certain I wasn't the only one pulled ashore. It's just a feeling, but a strong one. I want to see if that feeling speaks true. Markarth. That's where the spirits call me now. I have no fondness for the place, but that's where my people need me. You did what you thought was best, and the price I paid has been returned. None of us could have imagined this is where our path would lead, but I've no complaints with the outcome. No complaints at all. On your way to Markarth, Harrier. Lyris was on her way to Markarth when we last parted ways. You were to meet her there, yes? I've no mind to your business. I too am returning at my own pace. Seeing my home again through living eyes is refreshing and overwhelming. My time in the Dark Heart was suffocating. Now, alive again, even the simple act of breathing is amazing. I'll make my way, but you shouldn't keep Lyris. I hope you find more than she has returned to that place. I'll see you there soon, Harrier. I'll have to rebuild my Coven. No simple task, but the darkness in the pit of the Reach will need guardians. Now's not the time for such grim concerns, though. For now, all I want to do is find many friends and embrace them all. My ears are burning. Is that my name on the wind? Not even this gloomy old stone keep can dampen my spirits. My dreams hold true. Markarth is alive with joy. But you didn't approach to listen to me. What is it you wanted? I'm barely foot to stone and he's clamoring for my attention. I had no mind to stand by a throne when I first started my journey. Now, here we are. The Reach has suffered so much. I want to help restore the land. Aye, I'll serve. I can speak for myself. You have more important matters to attend to. There's a friend who's journeyed a long way to thank you personally for all you've done. 'Twould be rude to keep him waiting. There's an out-of-the-way chamber in the rear of the keep where you can meet. Now, I should find the Ard and make sure he thinks before he speaks. Aye, I can, but I won't. I'm enjoying the suspense. Off with you. Finally, the guest of honor has arrived. Let's have a word before we begin. Not a moment too soon. Kadak's eager to demonstrate that he's the equal of any Nord king. He hopes it will legitimize his claim as king of the Reach. He's not wrong, but he'd look more a fool if I weren't here to keep his temper on a leash. That I am. It's a new dawn. For me, for Markarth, for the Reach. Let's not stretch the bones of reason. There'll be no shortage of bickering and cursing in our future, but there's trust. So long as we both want what's best for the Reach, that'll do. Best to see him now. I can see him casting glares our way. Now, Kadak's eager to get this underway. If it were anyone else keeping him waiting... Well, it's not just anyone else keeping him waiting, so he'll bide. Enjoy the moment, Harrier. You only live once. Well, some do, in any respect. The spirits must have plans for me, Harrier. Why else put me back here in the Reach? I'll help keep Ard Kadak out of trouble for a while. After that, we'll see. It's strange to say, but I don't want to think too far ahead. After everything that happened, I want to relish the present moment. Help Kadak, my people. Just enjoy the time I've been given. You should try it, Harrier. Do you a world of good.